Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video, I will show you how to reload a control center widget in React Native's new architecture for iOS. So let's get started. So control center is a new thing for iOS 18 and above. What we will do is we will basically store some value using user defaults for like it is user defaults is basically like key value storage. Some of you might be wondering why not use async storage, because we need to write some native code both for control center widget as well, and that particular user default should be accessible from our control center widget as well. Once I show you guys the entire tutorial, things would be more clearer for you. But now for now we are just storing some value inside user defaults key value, like we are storing a counter. So every time you press a button, the counter gets incremented and gets stored inside user defaults, and we'll try to increment that same counter from control center widget as well. So hopefully you get the point. And once we update the like suppose we have a button inside our app, we click on the button, we update the counter will get automatically updated inside our control center as well. But the reverse, according to me, I couldn't really figure it out how to do. Like suppose if I increment the counter from control center, how to update it inside our app, I don't know how to do that. If you know, do let me know in the comments. Of course, if we try to reload our app completely, then it will show the updated value. But even without reloading the app, how to display the updated value, like how to reload your app if control center widget button is clicked. Anyways, let's get started. So first you need to create a React Native project using this particular command. So you don't need to specify the version. So whatever is the latest version, it will automatically pick up. At the time of me recording this video, I'm using React Native 78, and you can change this particular project name as well. I'm using a name called RNApp. You can use whatever name you prefer. So first you have to create a project. Once a project is created, it will look something like this. Then inside your project you have to create a folder called specs. Inside that I have created a file called native local storage.ts. So whatever they have specified, I have done that. Then I have literally copy pasted all this code and pasted it over here. But I don't require all these four methods. I only require two methods. So one is set item and second one is get item. And also I think I have changed the return type a little bit for set and get, so be careful. For set it is void, for get it is number, because we are storing a number. And yeah, if you decide to name this file differently, make sure it starts with the word native. And if you decide to name it differently, you'll have to change the name over here as well, and you'll have to remember this TypeScript file name, because this name will be used in a lot other places. So just for simplicity sake, I have used the same name. Okay, then if you see, scroll down here, you can see inside package.json you have to add this bit of code. So again, I have just copy pasted it. Go to package.json, and here you can see I've just copy pasted all this code. Again, here instead of native local storage, if you have named your TypeScript file something different, you'll have to change it over here as well. And you have to add the word spec as well at the end, and here also you will have to write native local storage as well. Then you will just have to go to your terminal, cd to your React Native application, and just run npm install. Because we have changed our package.json dependency, that's why we have to do this. Then just scroll down, then you will have to cd to the iOS directory over here. Just do this, and first you will have to do bundle install. So just copy this and paste it over here. Now I have already ran this, so I think for me it should be pretty quick. Then you will have to run bundle exec pod install as well. So run this as well. Now again, this might take a little bit of time for you. Again, I have already ran this command, but still I'm running it just to be on the safer side. But yeah, this command will take a bit of time to run. In the meantime, what we can do is we can just go to app.tsx, and let me show you how I have used it. So first I have imported native local storage from specs native local storage. Then I have taken this useState variable, which is 0 at the very start. I have created one save value method which gets whatever value is present inside useState and just update it inside our native local storage dot set item. Or what you can do, a better way would be to fetch the item from our we can get the value first. So yeah, it's up to you how you want to do it. So I mean, this would fail if you try to reload your app. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I don't think it will fail, because we are calling get value inside use effect, right? Okay, so I think this should work as long as you follow the proper structure. So this use state value is 0 at the default at the start, but we are directly calling use effect the get value inside it. And here you can see this key is also important, so do make note of this particular key. And here is our stored value, so we are getting the value from our local storage, and whatever the value we get, we update our state. And this is for saving the value. So here we just do value plus 1, then we just do native local storage dot set item, pass the updated value and pass our key as well. Then we get the value and again save it inside set value, and again we get value, just to be on the safer side. If you want, you can just remove this bit of code as well. Okay, and here I have just have a button, and on press of it we just call save value, and I have one text element where we display the value. Okay, so here you can see my command has finished running. Now next steps, what I can do, I can just go to my RN application, go to iOS and double click on this .exe workspace to open it inside Xcode. Now if you see again in the documentation, they have specified the same. So here they have using it how they want to use it. Just scroll down, and here they are opening the XE workspace, and here you can see they are creating a new group called native local storage. So we'll have to do the same thing. Let's just wait for Xcode to boot up. It is taking a bit of time. So here you can see inside RN app, I have already created this, but you'll have to create it. So inside your application, you will have to right click new group and name it as native local storage or whatever your TypeScript file name is. Again, I have already created this, so I will just delete this. Then here you have to first again just whatever is your TypeScript file name. Before that you have to write the word RCT. Now to create this file, again don't create it via VS Code. Just right click new file from template, select Cocoa Touch class, click next and paste this name something like this. You will have to select the language as Objective-C, click next again, and then you will have to make sure these targets are checked and then click on create. Then as soon as you click on create, Xcode will ask, do you want to create bridging header? Click yes, and it will create this particular file as well. Okay, so this is important because from React Native 77 or 78, I'm not really sure, the default iOS project is completely in Swift. That's why it's creates this header file automatically when we try to add Objective-C files. But in the documentation they have not specified how to directly write native modules in Swift. We still have to use Objective-C++. So again, from the documentation I have just copy pasted all this bit of code. So yeah, you can do the same thing. Again, this should be your TypeScript file name, this should be your TypeScript file name. Here we are just starting our file, here we are ending our file. Now this particular line of code is missing in the documentation. Hopefully by the time you see the documentation they might add it. So here you can see it is missing, so make sure you add this as well. And again, this is our TypeScript file name, this is our TypeScript file name followed by the word spec. Here it should be RCT followed by the TypeScript file name. So yeah, that's it. Next you will have to manually change the extension of this particular Objective-C file to .mm, so it is Objective-C++. Then here we are importing our header file. This is the bundle identifier, which so RCT native local storage, but I think in our case this is pretty much useless. Let me just quickly check. User defaults init with suit name. Yeah, I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to go to our project, and here firstly go click on this plus button and update minimum deployment to iOS 18.0 because that's how it supports. Then go to sign in and capabilities, and here just select your team, and here I'll just change my bundle identifier to something reasonable, so something like this. Okay, and I'll just click on enter. Now here you will have to go to the Objective-C++ file, and here you will have to write something like this, group dot your bundle identifier. Again, I'll just go back to my project, I'll go to sign in and capabilities, I'll click on this plus capability button, I'll select app groups, and here I'll just select this plus button. Again, here group dot whatever is your bundle identifier, click on OK. Then come back over here. Again, this I have just copy pasted it from the rest everything I have copied it pasted it from documentation. Only few things have changed. So this entire thing I have copy pasted it from documentation. Here we initialize our NS user defaults. This I have copied it from documentation. Here you will have to change your TypeScript file name, and here we are overriding our methods. Now for me the method type was return type was little bit different, right? That's why make sure this is NS number for you. Okay, so here we just get value from our local storage, and whatever value we get we return it back. And here we set the value. We just do local storage dot set integer, pass the value to it for our key name. Okay, and we just end this particular file. So yeah, that's it. Next what we need to do is just go to, now comes the control center part. File, new. uh, Here we'll have to add, I think it is target. Then go to iOS, search for widget, widget extension, click on next. We need to create one Swift file as well. So yeah, for our main native local storage code which you have. Here you can give name whatever you feel like. I just give it as my RN app widget, and here I have just unchecked this include live activity, but make sure you check this include control as well as include configuration app intent, and then click on finish. And here you have to click on activate as well. Now here is our widget. Again, you'll have to go to your app over here, go to your widget, click on plus capability. Here you will have to add app groups, and again go to target. Over here I'll just copy this bundle identifier. I'll come back to our widget, and inside app groups I'll just group dot whatever is our bundle. Again, make sure you remove the spaces. I'll click on OK. All right, so this is done. Then the next thing is we need to go to this particular control file. Now we need to add some code over here, so I'll quickly add some code and then I'll explain it to you. Over here we have to add this user defaults. Again, the suit name should be the same what you have defined it inside your Objective C file over here. Also make sure you change this to back to your app, so that once you run it your entire app runs. So this is very important, and this should be your own key. If you remember, inside TSX we have added this as the key, right? My key. That's why I'm using my key over here as well. Now inside how the UI should look like, now at least at the time of me recording this video, control center only supports two types of widgets. One is this control widget toggle, and second one is this control widget button. So I don't want this toggle, it doesn't make sense in our case, so I'll just comment this out and I'll use control widget button. And here you can see it, so will get called once we click on our button. And to display the value inside the button label, what I have done is that I have again getting hold of our user defaults key. Whatever is the value, we display it inside our text element, and here is our image element as well, where we just pass all this stuff. So here I'll just copy this increment intent. We'll have to create a new file. Again, create it only from Xcode. So right click, new empty file, and I'll just name it as increment intent. Now again I'll just copy this code and come back. So over here I'll just copy some code and I'll explain it to you. Here we have to import foundation as well as app intent, and here we have to create increment intent. Here you can change the title to whatever you feel like. I have named it as increment t intake, and again this should be the only defaults key which we were using. So this method which we are overriding from this particular app intent, so this method gets called automatically once our button is clicked. Now the suit name is wrong, so I'll have to update it. So I'll just remove this. I'll come over here, I'll just copy this suit name which we have written. I'll copy the bundle identifier and I'll paste it over here. So again we are doing the same thing. We are getting hold of our user defaults, getting the value out of it, incrementing it by 1 and setting it back user defaults, and returning dot result because the return type is some intent result. So yeah, that should be it. Now here we need, inside our main app, we need to create one Swift file as well, because we haven't written the code on how the control center should get updated. So first I'll just create a Swift file. Again, right click on this native local storage. It should be new file from template, Swift file, click next, and here I'll just name it as native local storage. I'll check this target as well and I'll click on create. Okay, let me quickly check if the target for our Objective C file is checked or not. Okay, it is checked. So I just need to go to this particular file. Again, I'll write some code, come back, and then I'll explain it to you guys. So there are few changes which you have to make. Firstly, you will have to import this header delegate, RCT app delegate, inside your header file, bridging header file. So make sure you add this bit of code. Then you will have to go to native local storage Swift file which you have created. You have to import foundation as well as widget kit. Add this annotation. Even though we have changed the deployment target to iOS 18 for the whole project, I don't know why I was getting this error. That's why I have to add this. Then here we have annotated with @obgc member, so that this Swift code can be called from Objective C as well. So here I have created this class as well as ns object, and here I have method called reload widget, and here we just do control center dot share dot reload controls of kind, and here we just pass our widget bundle identifier. So in case if you are confused, just go to your app, select your widget, copy this bundle identifier and just paste it over here. This is your widget bundle identifier and not your app bundle identifier, even though for the widget bundle identifier the only thing is at the end you have this widget name as well. All right, so then you have to go to this Objective C file. Firstly you have to add this bridging header. Now how to add your bridging header? This should be your own what I should say, bridging header name. So here you can see RN app is my bridging header name. Mostly it is your project name, so write your own project name or bridging header name, followed by this dash swift.h will be common for everyone. Then here this is how I am initializing our Swift file, and if I scroll down, here you can see this is how I just call the reload widget method which we have defined it inside our Swift file. So according to me, at least this should be it. Now let me try to run and check if there is any error or not. Alright guys, so before I show you the output, there is one small change which I did was inside save value, instead of directly updating it by 1, I'm getting the count from this native local storage.get item my key, because I think that is more the chances of error for that would be less, because I was facing some race condition kind of thing because of this. Not race condition exact to say, but the data was lagging behind control center as compared to our app. That's why I've used something like this. And here we are just incrementing count plus 1 and then setting the value count plus 1. I have also commented this get value because saving this value inside user default sometimes take a bit of time. That's why, just to be on the safer side, I'm just doing count plus 1. Okay, now here you can see I'll just update the value. So here I'm updated it to 3. Now what I'll do, I'll close the app. Now do remember that I'm only calling get value inside use effect. Now currently I have put the app in background, right? If I reopen the app, use effect will not get called, so be mindful of that. You will have to use that app did come in foreground, something like that, which is available in React. You just click on this plus button, click on this add a control, and here just click on RN app and just drag and drop this a little. So I think this is still catching up, and here you can see finally we are able to, so number of t is equal to 3. Now I can just increment the t count from here as well. So it is 4 now. Now if I open my app, like I mentioned, the app was still in foreground background, right? So if I click on update, now the value directly jumps to 5. And if I go to my control center immediately after updating the value is also updated inside our control center. So that's what this tutorial was about. Like I said, I don't know how to update it from control center to our app. Obviously if you reopen the app completely, remove it from background, reopen the app, then you will get the actual value with the help of use effect, or you can use that app did come in foreground, that kind of a state which is available in React Native, and call get value inside that. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.